Welcome everyone to tonight's game between the Condors and Rockingham Cambio Cumbre. It's the opening 7. Condors coming into this one looking to rebound, coming off a tough match last week, but a very competitive game they had against Interperth. While Cumbre are going to try tonight to continue their push towards the top spot on the ladder. They've been coming out really strong in the weeks since the loss that they had earlier this season against Interperth, and we look to continue tonight.
Where you pick the life, none of the sounds of
Campusano is lurking. Cumbre have been one of the most consistent and attacking sides all season, and the Condors will look to tighten up defensively.
Yeah, is there supposed to be a line?
Last week and just going down to Interperth. It's a bit of a halting play at the moment.
It's still not as a device though. It's on. It's got the green light. Then yellow. Yeah. It says yeah. Wait. So now to this little one. No, it's not. Yeah, I have. It's really fun. Can you go in the box and get out another one of these guys? Yeah, I've got it right now, but I don't know. Like this little note that he puts on his shirt. It's just flashing green. It's supposed to stay green. So how do I do that? Now it's doing green, blue, green. And then put it in the box. Oh yeah, and then it's just straight green. But then it turns off. Now it's flashing again. Should I just get out the other light? Yeah, I'll just plug them in and just charge for one game and use the other Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. That's not the school. We're just gonna, they're not sharp.
Welcome everyone here tonight. We have a big game coming up at the moment. Currently going on between the Condors and Rockingham Cambio Cumbre. Currently the Condors, I can see is 1 goal. Cumbre have that 1 goal lead early. It's going to be very interesting to see what the rest of the game. Here goes Ghana. One ball. Chance. Almost a goal there, but not quite. Condors now move the ball through the goals into the centre. Still going inside. And still Ghana. As this game continues, currently a 2-0 lead for Cumbre. As that will be the second one the Condors have considered early, and they'll get a chance here to bounce back. As they move the ball here, the Condors really need to bounce back. We're always going to struggle in this game, but they do need an early goal. Condors coming off a tough loss last week against Perth, and the Cumbre team are coming off a good win last week, where they were too strong in a really tight game against the Coburn Wolves, and the 2-0 start to this game is exactly what they were after. Coming into this game, the Condors are sitting ninth on the ladder here, the chance for Garnham. Might go out to Thompson, he does, and Thompson scores, beats Egevar through the legs, and that'll be 3 goals in the first 6 minutes of this. And Cumbre's attacking potency is really showing early. As I was saying, Condors are coming into this game currently sitting 9th on 4 points, and Cumbre sitting 3rd on 15th, and a win tonight will put them into top place on the ladder, at least for the time being, until the rest of this round plays out. Last week, Condors went down 4-2 to Perth, while Cumbre, as I mentioned, 6-4 to the Wolves. They won that one. Condors, while it does seem a long way off, a win tonight would bring them closer to the mid-table group. But right now the focus will be just getting the next goal in this game. Karim Youssef now on, finds Garner. Goes all the way back. That's a turnover. It's lost by the Condors in the end. It will go out into touch. It'll be a Condors ball. As a timeout is called by the Condors, so they'll look to regroup and try and get the next one in this game. We will be back with you in just a moment. Welcome back after the timeout. The Condors talking some strategy, trying to get back into this game. There's a turnover. Fonseca all the way back to Garner, defended tightly. We now go long. Here's a chance for Youssef, can't quite, and the Condors win it back. That ball, just a bit of a miscommunication, couldn't quite find Zuluaga on the broadcast end, as it will be turned over, and it will be a Cumbre ball for Kristen Rosano in goals. Might in fact be taken by Fonseca. Rosano collecting. Goes all the way back to Garner, now Rosano. We did see, as he just loses control of that there, we did see a bit of a fifth man play early in this game from Cumbre. Obviously feeling quite confident. The Condors will try and expose that. Getens. Now goes all the way back. Potential turnover here. Hernandez loses it. Thompson finds Youssef. Goes all the way back to Rosano. Now Thompson again. You can see how good Cumbre are with the ball. A very well-drilled side. So many of their players have been playing for so long, and
They have very high training standards. You see Tyler Garner here. Out to Fonseca. Looked at Garner. Finds him now. Has the one-on-one. He goes all the way back to Thompson. Thompson tries to beat his man and can't quite. Well defended in the end by Hernandez. A bit of discussion between Garner and the ref. And it will end up being a Cumbre ball. Looks like Will Hayes about to make a substitution in just a moment. And Fonseca will take. Fonseca has seen so much futsal. Been playing for almost 20, if not more, 20 years. There's a chance for Rosano from goals. But the good block in there came from Zuluaga. Yusuf. Finds Garner, defended by Zuluaga. Zuluaga dives, here's a chance now for Garner and can't quite. Just high. Very strong goalkeeper, Egervarth, but today 3 goals have gone by him. Cumbre have controlled most of possession, so it has been tough for him. There's Kepisano. Well defended in the end by Thompson. Reed Thompson. Substitution made now with Christian Gomez, the captain, coming on for the Condors. That ball straight across the face of goals, and Marin will take from the sideline. He will leave for Gomez. Goes inboard, just couldn't quite get it to his target. Garner now down the line on Marin. He's got one to beat. Marin does well to get back. Garner now out to Yusuf. Yusuf can finish, but well defended by Gomez. And they've looked so good so far, Cumbre.
Hey, we need a break quicker.
But they won't relent. Goal difference, regardless of wins, goal difference is always a crucial part of the ladder. And I'm sure they'll be looking to win this by as much as possible. The Condors will still be trying to look back to get back in this game. Well done by Egervarth. Long clearance, it'll end up with Rosano. As they now build up through Fonseca. Out wide to Garner. Has Hayes on the far flank. As he defended tightly by Campisano. Goes to Yusuf, back to Hayes. Well worked between the two of them, but the good block came in the end from the Condors defense, and it'll be a corner for Hayes. 11 minutes to go in this first half, and the start that Cumbre were looking for. Hayes takes this corner. Justin Tang now substitutes on, as that chance from Yusuf goes way high. Egervarth. Long ball, but Tang does well. Can Hayes keep it in? He can't. It'll be a Condors ball. Taken through Campisano. Gomez goes long, but off target, and no one there to receive. Long ball by Rosano. Can he get it through everyone? He can't. Gomez did well. Keeps it in now, almost dangerously, but he does well on Yusuf. He tries to get that through. Can't. Marin. It's going to end up being a Condors ball. Egervarth out wide, and the Condors will look to build. Here is Gomez. Gomez goes out wide to the far flank. The cut will come in from Campisano. Gomez goes down, foul called on Hayes. Not a whole lot in it, but there definitely was contact. It's Gomez now to Claudio Campisano. He finds Vera almost just out of his reach. Now be taken by Cumbre. Here's Tang. Takes his time. Cumbre now bring on the 5th man. Reed Thompson comes on as the 5th man, so this will make for some interesting viewing. Here's Tang out to Fonseca. Finds Hayes with a good ball. Goes back to Tang. Hayes again. And Tang and Hayes go back and forth a few times. Now we have Garnham. Saw Thompson, went him on the second look. Tried to find Fonseca, but well done by Vera. The touch wasn't quite there from Reed Thompson. He'll have another chance now. Go back to Fonseca, just keeps it in. Tang, now Hayes. As back to Tang, turns it over. Marin, one man between him and the goals. Well done by Tang. Gomez has a chance. Gomez still, now Vera, there's no keeper. But Cumbre do well getting back. Big turnover there by Tang. But crisis averted for Cumbre. As now Rosano makes his way back into goals. Campisano's shot blocked. And the fifth man by Cumbre will give the Condors a few opportunities to get that first goal. There is Tang, and a brilliant save by Egevar. Fonseca to Tang, and the shot was going to find that bottom right corner, but Egevar, brilliant in goals. And can the Condors show that fighting spirit they have on a number of occasions to fight their way back into this game? Fonseca out to Garnham. Fonseca as they slowly progress this ball forward. Gomez did well in defence there, but now space for Fonseca and finds side netting. He did well there, Fonseca, to find that opening, get that shot off, but the accuracy was not there for him. That long ball can't quite get to Unza, but they will have the ball from touch. Here it will be taken and brought back in by Christian Gomez. Now Felipe Vera, dangerously, loses the ball, will go into touch, and it'll be taken by Fonseca. Out to Garnham. We have a bit of a lull in play. Play slows down. Fifth man not brought on anymore at the moment anyway for the time being. Here's Hayes. Out to Garnham now. Tang finds Garner, has Hayes down low, goes to Garnham. Garner tries to get it back, he does. He'll get the shot off, and Egevarth saves a certain goal. Well done again by Egevarth. As that's almost turned over. No foul called on Tang, as Vera came up second best, but no foul called. Vera is not happy, but Tang will now take. Here's Garner, back to Tang. As they will just control possession so comfortably, Cumbre, as they do so often. Here's Hayes, does well to get that to Tang. Hayes couldn't get that quite back. And now the attack from Campisano. Out to Unza, tries to go long to Vera. He does well to get it to him. And Gomez, well done by the Condors to keep possession here. They might have to go all the way back, but they'll go in. Well done by Vera. Back to Gomez, now Vera again. Turns it over, and Tang will repossess for Cumbre. And they will take their time, try to build into some plays. I'm sure they're drawn up on the training board as Fonseca now comes on, the fifth man again. Fonseca at that back post. Hayes in that target position. Here's Garner, out to Garnham. Tang was making the run. This will go to Fonseca, well controlled. Now Garnham can't get the shot off, missed everything. And it exposed the goals for just a moment, but not enough purchase on that attempt to really trouble Cumbre. And here is Garner again. Two futsal roos currently in this lineup for Cumbre. Garner and Garnham connecting here. Here's Garnham. Out to Hayes. Hayes coming off his great performance last week. He made the team of the week after performing very well against the Coburn Wolves down at Port Kennedy. As Tang finds Hayes, back to Tang. Garner, and they're so easily moving the ball around. But can they finish it off here? Garnham almost found Hayes, but just behind him. They're doing a good job, Condors, of defending. 3 goals in the first 6 minutes, but none in the preceding 7 minutes. That might be turned over, but Gomez does well. Has to go back. And this press by Cumbre is really causing problems for the Condors, but Gomez twice, the cutback twice did well to keep possession. Can that get through? Not quite. Tang up to the task in defence. And Christian Gomez or potentially Hernandez will take. He will. He'll find Gomez. Will Gomez have a crack himself, or will he look for a teammate? He will just go hard, straight into the wall, and again, but that one's high. And the electric start by Cumbre is the difference in this game so far, as the fifth man may come out again. Looks like not quite. Yes, now it will. As Tang out to Thompson. Garner. Here is Tang on the broadcast flank. Might end up with Garner now, it will. Tried to get it through to Tang. Chose against it. Now Tang does have it. Goes to Fonseca, inboard to Garner, but they lose control, and the shot from Egevarth, nowhere near. And with this fifth man play from Cumbre, you can expect that the possession statistics will be monumentally in their favour. Because it's very hard for the Condors to have any real chance at moving the ball around. It's going to be a lot of just having a long shot for goal. If the Cumbre do lose the ball, here is Garner. Garner, Tang. Slow it down again. Garner. Garner again. Thompson into Fonseca. Now Tang. Had Thompson making the run. It'll end up with Garner now. Garner. Might go to Fonseca. The gap closes. Now Thompson. They're doing a really strong job here of defending the Condors. But now there's space for Fonseca. He had Thompson at the back post, but resets with Garner. Fonseca. Bit of a loopy ball there. Hard to control, but Garnham did well. Now Fonseca's got space. And there's the shot, and there's the finish. And it would look like it was only a matter of time, and Thompson at the back post did brilliantly off the ball by Fonseca. And that is the fourth as we get closer and closer to the half-time break. Brilliant movement by Cumbre. They just moved the ball around for what felt like 2 or 3 minutes without losing possession once. And finally, Fonseca saw that back post open, and here is Thompson again. Here's Garner. Thompson might have two, and he can't finish it. Couldn't get any touch on that, or it would have been really a certain goal. And he's second in the space of 10 seconds. That ball can't get through. It'll be turned over again, and Garnham will take. Go all the way back to Garner. Thompson. Across the face of the court to Garner. Garner slowly progressing it. Out wide to Garnham. Back to Thompson. Garner has Yusuf. He might just go back to Thompson. He will. Thompson beats his man, does very well. But now's a turnover. Here's a chance. Can't turn around and get the shot off. But well done here by the Condors. Chance now for Cumbre. It's a 3-on-1. Here's a chance. Well done by Egevarth. And they may just have to clear the Condors because crisis is still a chance. As down goes Thompson. Rosano. A bit of a chaotic few moments of play. The Condors, I believe it was Zuluaga, couldn't quite turn around to get that shot off on that open goal. Now Garner. Nice couple feints. Taking his time, almost gets that through, but well done by Egevarth. And Garner will reset. Now Fonseca. Thompson. Fonseca almost beats Egevarth, but Egevarth again. Required to do a lot in this game for his team, and he's done fairly well to keep this damage to a minimum with how dominant Cumbre have been. Here's Thompson. Fonseca. Defended tightly, but he's taking his time, he won't panic. Garner tried to cut it in board, he couldn't get it. He may have tried to get it either to Yusuf or try and take the defender on himself. But well defended by the Condors. Here is Fonseca all the way back to Thompson. Now Garner. They just look so in control at the moment, Cumbre. Here's Garner, tries to cut it back, but 2 defenders there. Here's Yusuf, bit of contact, not called. And now Condors, that's a second pass. That'll be a second touch by Egevarth. And now Cumbre will have a chance to go up by 5. The timeout is called by Cumbre. We will be back with you in about 30 seconds and we'll find out if the Condors can get back into this game. Welcome back, everybody, from the timeout. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this half. As Cumbre have had a minute or so to work out what they're going to do on this set piece. Can they put a 5th past Egevarth, or will the Condors hold up? Garner, Tang finds Garnham, and he finishes. And just like that, they did spend that minute working out what they were going to put together, and exactly what they drew up is exactly what happened. Brilliant finish by Cumbre, and that'll be 5. That's a finish by Garnham. That was futsal at its purest right there by Cambio Cumbre. Izulawaga can't find his man in defence, and it's going to be turned over. Believe in defence. That was Urbina. Now Cumbre get another chance. Through Fonseca, out to Garner, has Tang. They're going to keep playing with this 5th man, and it could get ugly if it continues. That's almost a turnover, but Garner pounces. Can he get it through? He can't. Urbina. Now the chance for the Condors. Thompson still hasn't been able to get off. And now Thompson will be forced to play in goals, at least for this attacking foray. Zulawaga, Urbina, long ball, Marin. Can't test out Thompson. But a good chance there for the Condors. Give them a bit of hope. Now Garner. And Thompson goes all the way to that back post. And Cumbre let him get there. Here's Tang. Fonseca, out to Garner. Garnham to Fonseca. Fonseca weighing up his options, chooses Garnham. Thompson now has it. And that ball's going to go all the way back. Garnham will go onto it, but the press from the Condors is well done by Zulawaga, forcing the turnover. Now Urbina. Thompson just gets back. And it will be called there on Fonseca. As the referee, Jonathan Silas, has a few words with Garner and Fonseca. Garner makes the argument that Fonseca did make the play on the ball, but it is called, and Urbina now has a chance. That can't get through. Well done by Garnham on the wall as that ball is blocked again. As Rosano will now reset, but all of a sudden the Condors putting a bit of pressure on. Bit of a high press. 40 seconds to go. Tang. had Garner, but chooses Hayes, who is now on. Hayes with a shot, and brilliantly done by Egervarth. Tried to almost swat it away, and it looked like it just fell into his lap. If that ball doesn't get through, here's Tang through the middle. The shot can't get through, just wide. Garnham was lurking. Now Egervarth with 21.2 seconds to go. Can the Condors strike back to end this half? Or will Cumbre take a 5-goal lead, or potentially more, into the second half? Here's Hayes. Garner cuts it inboard on. Zuluaga now goes back. Here is Tang. Shot good, but Egervarth gets a hand to it. Up to the task there, Egervarth. And with 3 and a bit seconds to go, can Cumbre draw something up and make it 6 just before the end of this first half? It'll be Garner, Tang, Hayes and Garnham. Garner, long ball to Tang. And that would have taken some sort of an effort, but couldn't get the connection he was after. And that'll do us for the first half. Almost a chance there for Cumbre, but we will now go into that halftime break. We'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes, and Cumbre, brilliant start by them, and they'll look to continue as the Condors will look, if they can't win this game, they'll definitely look to claw a few goals back, and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week at Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Welcome back, everyone, as we now return from the halftime break. Cumbre have made that substitution in goals from Rosano now to Rain Blauberg. As Hayes will now start the half off for Cumbre. Yeah. Such a stacked team, Cumbre. Really, everyone plays a role so well. You see Garner now almost gets that through and finished within the space of 11 seconds. Charlie Garnham makes it 6. And just as I was saying, every player on Cumbre, no matter who comes in, just finds a way to have an impact. They've got some star players, and they've also got a lot of players who just do their role really well. Here's Gomez, well defended there by Garnham. But Gomez will take from touch. Campusano, long ball, can't find Unza. And Cumbre will retake. It's just been so clinical from Cumbre. The Condors have been very competitive this season against a lot of teams. But tonight, Cumbre have just turned it up a notch. See Garnham. Here's Felipe Vera doing very well. He wins a chance here for his team. But they'll end up losing it through Gomez, and now Hayes takes off, 1-on-1 with the keeper, goes back to Tang, but just behind him, turns it over. Campusano, Gomez, Vera involved. It'll be a Cumbre ball. Tang, as now the 5th man returns. What a luxury it is to play 5th man from 3 minutes into a game. But Cumbre get that luxury. Here is Tang, gets a shot off, but that one's wide. Blauberg comes back on. Egervarth will take. Gomez. Vera. They're under pressure here by this press by Cumbre, and they will lose it. Cumbre just seem like they can do as they please here tonight, defensively and in attack as well. Is Garnham. With a bit of a space there to get it to Hayes, but Hayes will end up with it. Garner. Hayes just hammers it. Not quite though, just high and wide right. Now Egervarth will take. Here's Egervarth into Gomez. Long. Anza. Vera. Waiting for some movement. Almost tried to get it through to Anza there, but just a bit high on that ball. Always made it difficult for him. For Anza. As Tang will now take. Looks like maybe the Condors are pushing a bit higher up on defense to not allow that 5th man, to make it a bit more challenging for them to bring it out. Looks like Blauberg himself might try and play a bit of a attacking goalkeeper type position, as that one is well dealt with by Egervarth, but Yusuf still dangerous. Blocked by Gomez. Here's Vera. Chance for the Condors, but ball behind Gomez. And Cumbre will take back. Yusuf into Tang. Not many options here, but Garner now presents. All the way back to Blauberg. Long ball, tries to find Yusuf and beats everybody. Looks like there may have just been a touch on it, and Cumbre will get a corner. They're so good scoring from these set piece opportunities. As Garner will see what options present. Like he will go into Thompson. Tang ends up with it, and Tang can't beat Egervarth. But now it's finished brilliantly. This time it was Thompson and Cumbre go up by 7. Just as we said, every single time Cumbre get a set piece, they're so dangerous. And that came off the save by Egervarth. But they know where to be and when to be there. Here is Vera from Campisano. Tries to cut it in, but no one waiting for it. Only red jerseys. Blauberg now to take. We leave it for Tang. And the intensity's really gone out of this game. It's a bit flat, but now there's a chance for Vera. Vera on the counter. Vera still catches woodwork. And that's the biggest opportunity they've had all game. And they might get penalised the other way, but not quite. Tang goes high. But brilliant bit of run by Felipe Vera. 2 chances and 1 forced save by Blauberg and 1 hammering into the post. And now Vera gives it off. Chance. Not finished by Unza. Not much on that. Tang. Ghana. Thought going long to Yusuf, but decided against it. And back to Tang, and he will end up with it here again, Ghana. As now Fonseca comes on again. Gets it inboard to Thompson and tried the back heel. And couldn't get it done as Fonseca comes sprinting off. Now Egervarth. Out wide to Campisano. Long ball, won't find anyone. It will be turned over.
Next.
Justin Tang will take from the sideline. Tang to Ghana. Now Tang. Ghana. Defended tightly by Zuluaga. Tang gets it in to Hayes. Tang again. Hayes again. And that's a really good save there by Egervarth. Had to move side to side a few times and managed to get back on that last attempt. Saving a certain goal. Here is Ghana. Ghana gets it inboard and Hayes almost there. Millimetres away. Any sort of contact from Hayes would have finished that. But they will get an opportunity again. And it feels like it's been a very long second half, but it's only been 4 minutes. A lot of sideline balls and 2 goals. Here's Tang, and Egervarth almost lost his footing but did well. Zuluaga, Ghana, Vera. Goes long, more of a clearance. There weren't any options there. It's now to be taken in defence and brought up by Fonseca, who now comes on as a regular player for the first time in quite a while. Condors dangerously in defence. Zuluaga goes long. Campisano has Vera. Vera almost beats the keeper there on that occasion. Blauberg just did enough. Ghana. Did well there, Hayes, just to avert the danger. Vera gets it out to Zuluaga, but well done by Fonseca defensively. Zuluaga will bring it back in from touch. Zuluaga again. Vera. Here's a chance. Chance for their first goal of the game, not quite. That was Gatens. Ball's turned over. Here's Urbina. Urbina still going. Almost lost his footing. Gatens tried to get it back to Urbina, but couldn't quite. Hayes did well. Strong in defence. And Cumbre will go top of the ladder tonight, provided that a miracle does not happen. They will be top of the ladder. And it obviously could change over the coming 24 hours, depending on some results. But the goal difference here tonight is also crucial for Cumbre. They'll look to continue to put put shots past Egevar. Here is Ghana. Blauberg now playing in the offensive half. Turned over. Almost Zuluaga. Ball goes into touch. But a big turnover there by Fonseca as he apologises. Put Blauberg under the pump and almost conceded at least an opportunity. Fonseca. Here is Ghana and Ghana Futsal Ruse combining. Nice move by Ghana. Gets it through and almost by Hayes, but brilliant work by Tyler Garner to just cruise past that defender. And now the Condors are under the pump again. Here's Gatens. Defended by Garner. Can Garner win it back? Almost. Not quite. Good defense. Foul now called. The foul will be called and a yellow is given. And Tyler Garner cops a yellow on what did appear to be minimal contact. And it's going to be a Condors ball. Garner's not happy. There's Gatens. Can't get it quite through. Ghana, one-on-one, now two arrive in defence. Fonseca. Saw Ghana, went all the way back to Blauberg though. Turnover, ball bobbles around a few times. Fonseca seems to be enjoying his time out there, having a good laugh. Cumbre all relaxed at the moment. 7-goal lead. Ghana, though, still not happy with that decision a few moments ago with that yellow. Now Ghana will receive. Goes long, but turns it over. The Condors through the middle. Can they build something here? They will lose control of it in the end. Turnover there by Alejandro Hernandez. Here is Tang. Cuts through two defenders. Here's the chance for Hayes. Hayes can't get it past Egevarth. Well done, Egevarth. Condors now in defence. Pretends. Ball goes into touch. Going to be taken by Zuluaga. Can the Condors build something here? They can't. It's turned over. Hayes. Cumbre, really slow play down now. Ghana. Hayes ends up with it from Fonseca and Egevar. That ball doesn't quite get through to Zuluaga. Turned over. It'll be a Cumbre ball. 12 minutes remaining. And Tang will take from the sideline. Fonseca. Blauberg. Fonseca can't get it to Tang. And now the opportunity for the Condors. Here is Gomez, gets it through to Zuluaga. Ball bounces around. Chance still, here's Marin. Could they score their first? It won't be now. Turned over. Garnham gets it to Hayes. Hayes keeps it in. And well done getting back on defence there. A lot of running there from Gatens to get back. Just get in the way. Now Hayes will take from a dangerous position. Looks like it will be a Condors ball, in fact.
Jonathan, any chance?
It'll be a Condors ball. There's Cumbre trying to put pressure on. There's Gatens bringing it in from touch. Marin. cuts it back, turns it over, but Yusuf, a bit heavy on that, couldn't quite get that shot off. Marin defended. The Condors now really under a lot of pressure. There's the contest there between Garnham and Gomez is won by Garnham. That contact by Garnham didn't seem all too dissimilar from a few moments ago. That ball gets through to Tang. Here's a turnover chance. Zuluaga can't get a shot off. Can he get it through to Marin? He can't. But it will be a Condors ball still. Going to be taken by Gomez. Zuluaga gets the shot off, but well blocked by Cumbre. Gomez will take from touch again. Leave it for Zuluaga, gets the shot off. Tang couldn't quite control it, otherwise a chance would have loomed. Gomez get the shot off. He kicked either shot, but in the end cleared. Brilliant save by Blauberg. We'll have a timeout by the looks of it in just a moment, called by Cumbre. So they will get one possession here. The Condors. Turnover. Hayes controls it well. Will Hayes catches the woodwork. He did brilliantly but couldn't finish as that goes into touch. Cumbre will take. And they've done well, the Condors, to stem the tide of those opening 2 goals of this half in the first couple minutes. Here's Garnham. Thompson. Thompson has Yusuf. Tries to go long, but well defended by Vera. And Blauberg will take his time. Looking to pick up the pace here, Cumbre. Tang, Thompson, dangerously, but does well in the end. Garnham now, cuts it back. Thompson, high press now from the Condors, really putting the pressure on Cumbre. Thompson back to Garnham, now Tang and Yusuf. As they're really just moving the ball around Cumbre, slowly moving the ball up. They were under a bit of pressure and now they find themselves in the middle of the court, but well done by the Condors winning that back. Campisano all the way back to Vera. His play slows down for a moment. Here's Gomez, Marin. Campisano can't get it through. Heavy touch by Tang, has to be cleared by Blauberg. And it'll be a Cumbre ball. And the timeout, there it is from Cumbre. And we'll be back with you in just a minute to see if the Condors can get that first goal or if Cumbre will just continue piling on the goals. Just under 10 minutes remaining here as we resume from the timeout break. I believe it's a Cumbre ball, or it might be a Condors ball. It'll be taken by the Condors, by Gomez. Goes short to Vera. Gomez out to Marin. Marin turns it over. Yusuf pounces onto it, keeps it in. Looks like it was just out. Couldn't quite keep it in. He couldn't tell from this angle, but I'm sure it was tight. Gomez, Marin, back to Gomez. Defended by Garnham. Goes out to Vera. Vera to Marin. Can they move the ball forward here? Not yet, but that's brilliant by Vera, beating Tang. Goes out to Marin. Almost got that through there to Campisano. Couldn't quite though. Now Ghana. No foul called there. It'll be a Cumbre ball. Looks like the foul was called. No advantage called due to the turnaround to go backwards by Ghana. Ghana. Hayes. Back to Tang. Really just controlling possession as they have been all game, Cumbre. Ghana. Hayes. Had the run by Ghanem. Chose to go back. Tang. Ghana. Bit of danger there, but Ghana did well as he always does, and Ghana will end up with it. Gets it through to Hayes. And that would have been an incredible finish, but probably a bit too much height there on the ball by Ghana. Made it a bit difficult, but still looking so threatening, Cumbre. Ghana now has it again. This time he finds Hayes. Now Tang to Hayes. Hayes coming off an incredible winter season where so many of Cumbre's players were missing. Here is Ghana taking Gomez down the line, beats him, but can't beat Egevarth. Well done by Egevarth again. No goals now for probably the last 10 minutes in this game after a real flurry early in this half. They've done well to stem that tide, the Condors. Ghana. Can he get it through? He can, but again, Hayes can't quite get the connection he was after. Really just needed a bit more direction on that. And it probably would have hit the back of the net. Here is Gomez. Can't get it through. Well done by Ghana. Ghanem. Campisano. Cuts it inboard on Ghana. Does well now on Hayes. Gomez. And they're just really struggling to gain territory in this game. They'll have a chance here. It's going to be a yellow given this time to Will Hayes, who doesn't want to hear it, but he... So the call is a yellow, and the call being that Will Hayes did step into the ball on that pass from touch. Ghana and Hayes not happy, but the yellow given. Here's Vera. Can't get it through. Handball called this time on Hayes again. And it's going to be a Condors ball. I don't know how intentional it was. The arm did appear to not move. It did appear to be there. It definitely didn't seem intentional, but it has been called. And it's going to be a Condors ball. Gomez gets the shot through, but not quite. And here is Blauberg, finds Ghanem. All the way back to Tang. Thompson. Tang, dangerous, but Ghana there. Thompson now finds Ghana. And they'll just continue to move the ball around with ease. Cumbre, Tang. Now they can progress it forward. Got through that first bit of pressure. And the Condors do seem to be tiring. Ghana. Tang. Ghana. And now the chance for Ghanem to take off. And they do. Tang out to Ghana. Finds Tang. Bit of holding going on there. That'll be called. That's Campisano, who looks like he will get a card here potentially. Penalty also in the picture. So no card will be called. But it will be a penalty for Cumbre. go up by 8 goals here. And definitely the foul. A lot of holding going on. And is it Fonseca lining up to get his first goal of the evening? Nesta Fonseca taking on Egervarth. Fonseca! Well done, Egervarth! Wins the battle. And the goal difference stays at 7. Tang out to Thompson. This could be a lot more, could be a lot worse if Egervarth was not in goals. Fonseca, Tang, Garner. Cuts it in, now finds Fonseca. Foul may be called there, not called on Gomez. And in the end, well done by the keeper in goals, Larberg. Tang into Garner. Tang. Long to Garner, but I think it's going to be out of his reach. Egervarth will get there first. Chance for Fonseca, but well done on the goal line in the end, really, by Campusano. As they take off through Unza. Unza down the line. Defended well by Tang. Ends up with Gomez. Out wide. Campusano. It's really about the little wins now for the Condors. They'll be really happy to take a goal out of this if they can. There's a chance, but that one's way high and way long. Not going to be finished off there by Matthias Urbina. Fonseca to Garner. Back to Fonseca. Tang. Fonseca now through the middle. Out wide to Thompson. Tried to get it through to Garner, to Tang. But couldn't find him in the end. It'll be a Condors ball. And Zuluaga. Out wide. Finds Urbina. Now Gatens. Zuluaga. Well defended there by Nesta Fonseca. Says it was off the Condors, but the Condors will get the ball. Zuluaga beats Fonseca. Fonseca gets a foot in though. Zuluaga still. Fonseca arrives again. Advantage called on the foul. Chance for the first. And it's finished. And there it is for the Condors. And Gatens looks like he got the tap in the end. And finally, they get a bit of reward. The Condors. And that brings it to 1-7. And Cumbre can't keep a clean sheet. And Garner now. But it was brilliant beating Fonseca down the line by Zuluaga, I believe it was, which ends up leading to the goal. As here's a chance. Here is Garner and finishes. Brilliant. I think it might have been Tang on the goal line getting a tap in. Finding that left post. It was brilliant by Garner and Tang combining. That makes it 8. Just as the Condors had worked so hard for that first goal, the Cumbre respond within seconds. Zuluaga with Garner defending tightly, still going, can't get it into a dangerous position. Thompson wins it, gets it through. Chance for Garner if he can keep it in, he might leave. He will, and Cumbre will take. It'll be Garner's ball. Yes, Thompson, Yusuf, and Garnham waiting. That ball's cleared. Back into a similar spot. Garner goes long, tried to find Garnham. Couldn't in the end. Yusuf does well to get it to Garnham. Here's a chance for Garner. Garner will just hammer it, but well done by Urbina. Getting the block in. And once again, Garner in a similar spot. Out wide. Can that get through? It may have. And it looks like it has. Looks like we bounced around a little bit on that goal line. Yusuf got the first shot off. Looks like the goal in the end has been given to Thompson. So well done in the end by Cumbre. Just as they had conceded that goal, 2 goals immediately responding. And they now look to get to double figures, and here's a chance to get to 10. Can't get through there. Condors pick it up, Zuluaga. Garnham gets back. Thompson. Garnham, Thompson. Once again. And now Garnham has Thompson long. Chooses against it. Yusuf instead. Now finds Thompson. Karim Yusuf leaves that one for Hayes. Garnham. Thompson cuts it in on Zuluaga but doesn't gain any ground. Now they do, but can't get that through to Yusuf. Just out of his reach. The Condors will now take with 3.5 minutes to go. And once again, Cumbre not allowing the Condors to possess the ball with ease in their defensive half. That ball doesn't quite get through. Or number Hayes. Here's Gatens. Gatens to Urbina. Zuluaga has been good, Zuluaga, I must admit. Been very good with his footwork on a number of occasions here tonight. And has been one of the sole highlights of the game. Obviously, they did score a goal as well, getting past Blauberg. Now Hayes will take from the sideline on the Condors. It's not all gloom and doom. A week is a long time in futsal, and they'll come out next week hoping to bounce back. As that ball goes into touch. But the Condors will need to bounce back soon because they are starting to fall behind the rest of the ladder as that ball can't quite get through. Hayes, while Cumbre will be sitting on top of the ladder at the end of this evening, or at least going into the rest of the weekend. They may drop, but at the moment they will be top. The Condors will take possession. Is coming up after this game, we have a big game between the Arkham Eagles and South Perth Alliance. South Perth still yet to have a victory, and that one gets through. Well done by Garnham. Garnham beat the defender, beat the keeper, and the quick turnover finished that bottom left corner. And that is double digits for Cumbre in what has really been a clinical performance. They had a similar game, I believe they hit double figures against Furia earlier this season, coming off a loss, that one was. But yes, don't go anywhere after this, as we do have South Perth vying for their first victory of the season. As now Hayes again, Cumbre again, this one can't get through. Vera. Defended tightly. Well done by Garnham. We also have another game following that one. As a chance comes here from Vera. Defended, won by Garnham. Can he keep it in? He can. Hayes wins it. Now Garnham. Back into Hayes. Touch heavy, but it still gets it through. Beat Egerbath. He got a touch on it, but it's now 11-1. And with 2 minutes to go, it could be more. And Cumbre are really just piling on the goal difference at the moment. And this is a really damaging loss for the Condors' ladder position. It's the final game of the evening that we do have coming up. We will be having Phoenix. There's a chance here. That doesn't get through. Bounces around. Looks like another handball. That's 2 handballs called on Will Hayes for the evening. It looks like it will be an opportunity here for Gomez to take. Phoenix will be playing tomorrow night. It'll be Coburn Wolves taking on Sterling Braza. So 2 big games coming up to finish off the evening. Gomez out wide to Vera, and in the end just miscues on his ball to Zuluaga. And yeah, 2 similar handballs from Will Hayes in both similar spots, which were both debatable, but both called. Here's Hayes. Nice ball finding Garnham. Hayes back to Garner. Now Garnham again. Can they make it 12? Karim Youssef. Garner, long ball to Garnham. Tried the flick but couldn't connect. That ball goes long. Beats everybody. It'll be Will Hayes' ball from the sideline. Just over a minute to go. That ball gets through to Youssef. Can't control it. Had Hayes in the wings. Now Zuluaga. Can they score a second? Campisano can't get there. Well done by Hayes. First to the ball. Shot goes off there. Vera. Still going. Still a chance for Zuluaga. Just wide left. Can't make it. 2 goals for the evening for Condors. And they're just so hard to play against Cumbre, as we have seen here tonight. The Condors are no easy beats, that's for sure, but Cumbre have made them look like that. And that gets through, but just behind the intended target in Garnham. Discussion between Karim Youssef and Christian Zuluaga and the referee. .37 seconds remaining. Can Cumbre make it 12? Timeout, as you may have heard that, called by Cumbre. And with 37 seconds to go, it looks like they want. As the timeout comes to its conclusion, 37 seconds remaining. Is the timeout called by Cumbre with a 10-goal lead worth it? We'll find out now. Do they make it an 11-goal lead? Here is Garner. Doesn't get it through. Well done by Gomez, and they might try to run something similar here. As timeout didn't work that time. Here's Garner. Can't get that one through. Hayes, still Garner. Now Hayes through to Youssef. And there's the finish. And once again, that's Will Hayes. And that is a 12-goal performance by Cumbre. And they just don't seem to relent. And I wouldn't be surprised if they find 13. But the first attempt on the corner didn't pay off. The second one from the sideline did. Here's Garner. Out to Garnham, 15 seconds to go. Can they score another one? Almost turned over there. And that one's out of the reach of Yusuf from Hayes. Can they score a second here? Vera, long, finds his man and finds woodwork. Campisano, almost a second goal. Not quite though. 8 seconds to go for Cumbre now. Garnham, will they go long? Garner might take it down the line, cuts it inboard. That'll do it. Shot may get off. Campisano! And that might have counted, but high. And that will do us for the evening. We'll be back with you in a few moments for the second game of the evening. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.